and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A man dies in a Minnesota nursing home, and investigators are blaming it on facility neglect. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. Andrea has the evening off. The death happened at the Mahnomen Health Center. The victim died from an overdose. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hocker has details and explains how the center is making sure this doesn't happen again.
The overall goal when a person is admitted to a nursing home is ultimately to ensure that that individual lives life to their fullest ability in the healthiest manner.
A resident's life was cut short here last fall at the Mahnomen Health Center. The investigative report was just released by the Minnesota Department of Health and points to inaccurate prescription charting as the cause. The resident received 10 times his normal morphine dosage because of the inaccurate charting. Narcan was given to the man to try and reverse the effects of the morphine, but their attempts were in vain and the man died just 2 hours after the overdose was discovered.
We need to make sure that we are consistently putting a human side to this. There is a human being involved when these types of very concerning incidents happen.
The facility was hit with neglect under the Minnesota Vulnerable Adult Act and had to take part in several plans of correction to fix areas where they fell short. In a statement to us, the center's CEO Dale Kruger said in part, when things happen like this, potential gaps are identified and systems along with training are put in place to continuously improve the facility. You might think any death that doesn't happen because of natural causes should be investigated by law enforcement. So we asked the Mahnomen County Sheriff why the Department of Health didn't reach out to his office.
If they look into a situation and it is found to be correctable, or they didn't feel that there was any charges with, then they don't contact us to do an investigation.
Despite no filing of criminal charges, it's still unclear whether a civil lawsuit could be filed against the facility. The report does not name the person who died, making it tough for Valley News Live to determine if family members are taking such action. In Mahnomen, Minnesota, I'm Cornelius Hocker.
Now, to take a look at the full report from the Minnesota Department of Health on this incident, you can go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Crews are still at the scene of a warehouse fire. It happened this afternoon near Barnesville, Minnesota. Now, the fire appears to have been contained to the rafters of this rather large building off of Highway 52. Clay County Sheriff Bill Bergquist tells us there was no one inside the warehouse at the time. It's a potato warehouse. We're told that there was a fire in a wood stove that spread through the chimney to the attic. Moorhead, Dilworth, Sabin, and Barnesville all have crews on the scene. The warehouse is between Barnesville and Baker. That's about 10 miles away from Barnesville. I saw a few flakes falling this morning in South Fargo. The light snow and rain continue to plague us, as does the wind and cooler temps. Let's find out from Hutch what to expect tonight. Hutch?
Thanks, Mike. Just as your windshield wipers cleared off the window, look at the radar. Here comes another band of rain south, snow north along and near Highway 2. And out to the west, the yellow box there, a severe thunderstorm warning for a very gusty thunderstorm there. From Langdon and Walhalla all the way south into the Devil's Lake area, we see some snow. Where you see the darker blues, it's actually going to accumulate on grassy surfaces, but nothing more than about a half of an inch or so. As we look down towards Carrington to Jamestown, warmer air pushing in. As a matter of fact, it's changing to rain. There's the line of thunderstorms heading toward the Bismarck area with 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. Devil's Lake, looks like we got some wet roads there, but it's been flaky in Dunseith. There's that coating of fresh snow. Temperature's pretty steady this evening. The wind won't be as strong as it's been. And I think we'll stay in those mid-30s to around 40 degrees as we go through the late evening. So if you're out and about, expect a chance of sprinkles, flurries north, and cool, windy conditions.
Oh, the wind makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, thanks. 3 life terms in prison without parole. That's what a 23-year-old man is facing if he's found guilty after being busted yesterday near a school on the city's north side of Fargo with numerous drugs, weapons, and counterfeit money. More than 20 charges were filed against John Eiton. The most serious are possession of heroin and meth with the intent to deliver and being within 1,000 feet of a school. Bond was set today at $500,000. There was a 1-year-old child in the residence at the time of the arrest. The child remains with Cass County Social Services. With deadly drugs still on the streets and in our neighborhoods, Fargo police are reminding people, if you see something, say something. The challenge is what's considered suspicious and if knowing whether a small tip would matter. Police say keep an eye open for unusual activity, whether it's traffic or people in the area.
We're invested in keeping the community safe, and the citizens need to know that they are a critical part of that, and allowing us to do that is for them to keep an eye in their neighborhood, because they know better than we do what belongs, what's new, what isn't new.
If you have a tip for police, call the phone number 701-241-5777 or click on valleynewslive.com and fill out an online report to file a claim report. Governor Mark Dayton is asking for taxpayer dollars for state hospitals and mental health facilities. He wants $177 million to address safety concerns. Here's the breakdown. $30.3 million would go to Anoka Metro Regional Treatment Center and community psychiatric hospitals. $22 million would go to Minnesota Security Hospitals for additional clinical and security staffing. $70 million would go to hospital renovations and improved safety. An additional $55 million would go to investments to stabilize direct care and treatment services across the state. It's now up to lawmakers to decide whether all of this money, some of that money, or none of the money will go to improving these facilities. Although rezoning has already been approved, an apartment complex project in North Fargo is still a hot topic for some in the area. Neighbors of the new Bison Village apartments now want to talk about the negotiation process that led to the compromise between the city and Rohr's Development, and it could lead to organizing a neighborhood association. A meeting will begin shortly. It starts at 6:30 tonight at McKinley Gymnasium. Look for an update on that on Valley News Live 10 at 10. The city of Bemidji is working on several projects to help make it the north central Minnesota destination for tourists and shoppers. Several $1 million will be spent to improve the lake shore and shopping. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what's happening.
The owner says business at his bakery in downtown Bemidji is booming, and he expects things to get even better.
Things are getting better, and we've been here for 26 years now, and things have always been good, and they're getting better.
Do you think with the addition of some of these new projects, so on and so forth, your summer business should even be better?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
When this latest batch of snow melts and the temperature warms up, construction will begin on numerous projects at the home of Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox. Much of it will be happening on Lake Bemidji's south shore, between the Sanford Event Center on the left of your screen and the water tower. A Fargo developer will build a 78-unit apartment building this summer, and a new beach, park, playground, and remodeled bathhouse will also be built in this area. Plus, work continues to open the doors of a new bar and restaurant connected to the Sanford Center. J.J. Astor's will be opening soon. And there's new life coming to the Paul Bunyan Mall. A big portion of the mall has sat empty since Kmart pulled out. A new Kohl's store is remodeling the space and plans to open in September. Plus, JCPenney's is adding more space to their store.
JCPenney's store is also going to do a major remodel. So those two items are going to make our mall much more of a destination for our regional shoppers.
City leaders are betting they're all efforts that will make Bemidji the regional destination for north central Minnesota. From Bemidji, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Bemidji's mayor and other city leaders took a bus trip to St. Paul today for Bemidji Day at the Capitol. It was a chance to meet with lawmakers and discuss local issues. Time to get your entertainment calendar out. Later on Valley News Live at 6, what's planned for Bluestem this summer?
We have showers of rain, showers of snow, severe thunderstorms to the west, and cold air heading our way. I'll have details on what you can expect coming up right after this.